All right. All right. Welcome to Tommy Knows Best Sports Podcast. Today, I'm going live from Hockeytown, USA. I'm hanging out in the office. And I'm going to talk about the Patriots because I want to talk about what they got to do in the offseason. And this is what they got to do at the offseason. They got to clean up the mess this year. They got to clean up this year's mess. This year, it was pathetic with this team, like I said in yesterday's podcast. And it's this way. They got to clean up their mess, right? Kraft is frustrated, and Belichick could be in the hot seat next year if he doesn't do the right things this year in free agency. And right now, this team is not going in the right path. They're not going in the right path for next year and years prior. They got to clean up this mess. They got to bring in a real offensive coordinator, the coach Mac Jones, and the offense. They do. Matt Patricia wasn't the answer. Move him back in a different position. I don't know. And then Judge, another one. He wasn't a good one either. And you got to move these guys in different positions and hire a real OC or move on with those guys and fire them. Because look what Bill did this offseason. He left Mac Jones high and dry with no offensive coordinator. And it seemed like this team wasn't good this year. It wasn't. It wasn't fun to watch. Besides their defense bail them out in games. And they should be in the playoffs. And they should have beaten the teams that they should have beaten. They should have beaten Green Bay in overtime. They should have beaten Minnesota. They should have beaten Cincinnati. They should have beaten Vegas, right? Come on now. Enough's enough with this team. They should have beaten these teams. And right now is big work in the offseason. What you got to do? Maybe you got to go into the draft and maybe look for a quarterback. Maybe Mac ain't the guy. To me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm iffy about Mac Jones. I'm iffy. Very iffy about him right now. I mean, I don't know. If you get a real offensive coordinator, you bring in a real offensive coordinator, then okay. But until then, I don't feel comfortable with Mac for next year. And this year should have been his good year, his second year in the league. Trevor Lawrence, for an instance. They fired Urban Meyer. They brought in a real head coach. They brought in Doug Peterson. And look at what he's doing. Look what he did to Trevor Lawrence. It's a coaching change to these quarterbacks. And Mac needs a real offensive coordinator talking to him, calling the plays, like enough's enough with this team. They're like going into a wrong direction and things need to be shaken up a little bit. A little shake-up should happen right now. And yesterday, Belichick sent into an article, if I'll pull it up. I want to play a clip out of a couple of things in this article. Because this is pathetic what he said yesterday in an interview. I'm going to pull it up from my phone and I'm going to put it up to the mic and we're going to listen to what he said. It's very, pathetic. All right? Pathetic. But I want to know what you guys all think about this Patriots team next year and how they're going to do in the offseason. What do you guys all think? What do you guys all think they're going to do in the offseason? Here, we're going to play Bill's press conference.
Start congratulating Buffalo.
All right.
Fans, they deserve it. Good football team. Today we missed some opportunities. Gave up 4.
This was Sunday's game.
Pretty much 0 for 3 in the right area. So, had some opportunities need to do better with, and gave up some big plays that were along with some other things, difference in the game. So proud of the way our guys competed and prepared, but in the end,
I want to play Bill's weekly interview from yesterday. I'm going to get that because there was a lot to talk about with that. I want to hear his interview yesterday. All right, I want to hear what he had to say yesterday because it's interesting things. What do you guys think about the video that I just played of him talking in his press conference on Sunday after the game? What do you guys all think about everything next year with this team like I've been talking about in yesterday's podcast, and I'll keep going on right now? What do you guys all think about the future with this Patriots team? What do you guys all think about what they're going to do next year? What Bill got to do? Right? Listen, Robert Kraft's ready to step out the door. He's going to be 82, and he could handle the team, hand the team over to Jonathan and say, Jonathan, take over. But Belichick got to smarten up. Got to smarten up. He got to smarten up. Is this enough and enough with this team? Nuts. Here we go.
Well, just a couple of quick comments on the game yesterday. First of all, again, as I said after the game, Bills are a good football team. In the end, they made plays that they needed to make to win. Allen made two great throws, on the third down and then second and 10 play. And as he is capable of and does, those were, great plays on their part and not good enough plays on our part. And then obviously the two long kickoff returns. It was just some other opportunities that we could have ability everywhere, starting with me.
Ask you about the offensive play calling this season. You stressed that it was a process. Now that the season is over, do you think the process was successful? And do you think you'll be keeping Matt and Joe and the offensive coaching staff in the same positions next season?
But as I just said, we'll evaluate everything that we've done, from me on down to everybody else, and evaluate things and make improvements where we feel like we can. Again, there were a lot of positive things over the course of the year in all areas that we can build on, but in the end, it wasn't what we wanted to be or needed to be. So that'll all be, we'll look at everything.
Next question, Mike Briggs, followed by Chris Mason. Morning, Bill. I'm curious how you feel. Just, these are grinds.
Here we go. I want to play this one.
Coming back for the 24th season as head coach. Is that something you want to do?
Yeah, I think I just talked about that. So, process will start today.
Next question, Chris Mason, followed by Andrew Kelly.
Morning, Bill. A couple times this year, Matt said that the season just wasn't the smoothest sail. I'm just wondering, what did you
One more
over the course of this year?
Well, I think every year you learn everything. You learn the players, the team, how certain teams handle and react to certain.
All right. You hear what he said in these? Like, come on. You got to straighten out the Iraq bill. Got to straighten it out. But now I'm going to jump into my last topic, and it's about all the football games on Super Wildcard Weekend. And I want to talk about some of these games because I like a lot of them. And we're going to start out with, here we go. Because I like a lot of these games this weekend in football. You know what? We got Seattle and San Fran. That's a good one. LA Chargers, Jacksonville, Miami, Buffalo on Sunday. New York Giants and Minnesota on Sunday. Baltimore and Cincy. And then the Monday night game, Dallas at Tampa Bay. I'm going to be back on Friday to do my football picks and talk about the playoffs because I'm ready and I want to talk about some of these teams, some of these quarterbacks, which teams are going to go to the Super Bowl, and which team do I want to see go further in the playoffs and all the way to the Super Bowl. I'll talk about that on Friday's podcast to get everyone pumped up for Super Wildcard Weekend. Let's go. I'll see you guys then. Bye.